Hello and welcome back to the Honey Badger. I am Dr. Nefertus at Fox defending you, but you could just call me Naf. And today I have another story for you, something that has been going on between last week and today. Um, of course, has to do with spirits, my lovely ghost shirt to match it. But first of all, can we talk about this background because it is absolutely freaking adorable. I feel like a little mouse inside a tree. It's so cute. Plus, I feel it fitting that we're talking about the spirit realms, and here we are. But anyway, so this is a very recent one. Like I said, part of it happened today, but it's also been happening since last week. So I'll talk about last week first, and then I'll talk about what has happened today. So last week on Sunday and Tuesday, as of this video, I have strip lights that are around the baseboard in my living room, which are around this computer area actually. And they periodically turn on by themselves. This actually started happening when my cousin passed away, which was 2 years ago. So they hadn't done it since. Like before that, it always happens now after the fact. And it happened twice last week, so Sunday and Tuesday. But it happened really, really late in the evening. So on Sunday, it was about 1 a.m. I'm a night owl. I tend to stay up. And I just happened to look up from my phone. I was getting tired and I was thinking about going to bed. And I had looked up and I noticed that the lights were on. And it always trips me out because sometimes I think, okay, were these on and I just didn't realize or didn't notice that they were on? But no, they're never on. We rarely turn them on, to be honest with you. And so the lights were just on. And instinctively, it was just, I must have a visitor. Now, I kind of associate these lights turning on with my cousin because, like I said, they started turning on after he had passed away. So I had felt that it was him. Now, I will say throughout the night, it felt kind of weird. Not weird in a bad way, but just kind of weird in the sense of there's a presence. It's never anything that's like negative or threatening or any such thing like that. It just felt like there was another body, if you will, inside the house. That's all. And so I just assumed it was him. Now, I kept for the next day or two, so like Monday, Tuesday, I kept getting the sensation that there was something over here by the desk. Right. So my couch is like right behind me. And so I kept feeling there's something over here. So I kept looking over here, there's nothing. So then Tuesday night, it was probably at 12:30 in the morning. Again, sitting on the couch, I happen to look over, lights are on again. Like, oh, I have a visitor again. So again, it's at the time when I'm like really tired and I just want to go to bed and I'm about to get up off the couch and go to bed. So I don't hang around and try to figure out who it is, what it is that they want. But I figured it was probably, again, my cousin. And I just let it be. He's welcome in this house anytime, of course. It's always nice to have him around. But then this morning, so my husband gets up pretty early because he's a teacher. He has to get to school pretty early in the morning. And I always go right back to sleep whenever he leaves. And so between like 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. when I actually woke up to get out of bed, I had a dream where my cousin was in it. And I was visiting his parents. I won't get too far into that because dreams are kind of personal, so I don't really want to go far into that dream. But he was there. And when he had first passed away 2 years ago, he showed up in a dream, but he wasn't physically there. I could just feel his presence. But in this dream, he was physically there, but he was much younger than, when he actually passed away. He was about 32, 33 years old when he passed. But he was much younger and he was about the age of when I last saw him. So very different kind of dream. But when I woke up this morning, I did my normal routine. I got up, I came into the living room, opened up the blinds to the balcony to let all the natural light in because I would rather have natural sunlight than the lights on in this house. And as I did that, a mourning dove flew off of the balcony. Now I do have some seed out there for the neighborhood birds to, munch on throughout the day because I enjoy seeing them on the balcony. It's nice to have little bird friends come through. But it was just the mourning dove. And as it flew off, I noticed that there was a feather from the mourning dove that was underneath the chair that I always sit in outside. I sit in that same chair every single day that I go out there. So I immediately picked up that feather and I put it on my altar, and that is where it is right now. And it was just kind of confirmation that he was around. And I know he's still around because I still feel a presence. I tried to do this video once already, and there was no sound. So we'll see if the video actually works this time. But I don't know. I love having him around because he's such a soft energy, he's comforting energy. And I prefer to remember him as he was the last time I saw him, which was very joyful, very kind, loving person, full of energy, man. So full of energy. And, I know that he's with my grandmother. My grandmother was very fond of him. And so I know those two are together, which brings me joy, and I love it. My grandmother does come around sometimes too. So it's nice to have the two of them. And it's nice to really understand, I guess, my own mediumship abilities, if you will, as a psychic medium. I don't really use it in the sense of trying to connect with others' loved ones to get them messages or whatever, but they do come around, and I've always had spirits around, always scared the crap out of me. As I'm sure I have mentioned in previous videos on this channel, but it's nice to have those that I know our family come around so I can experience what these abilities really are without being fearful of it. And so it's nice. I hope he continues to help me out in that way. Same with my grandmother. Hope they continue to stick around and allow me to do that. Allow me to sense them around. Hopefully they'll start speaking to me in ways that I can actually understand. Dream-wise, it's nice when they do come through in dreams because I do understand it a little bit more. I didn't really understand the message from the dream this morning per se. But hopefully, because he's been, like I said, hanging around last week and this week, so I don't know if there's something he's trying to tell me. If so, I hope that I get to understand what that is so I can move forward with some action if action is necessary. But anyway, I'm happy to have him. He is welcome here anytime. Same with my grandmother or any of my other ancestry or, passed on loved ones that are kind and loving and of high vibration, I should say, because not all of them are going to be. So they're always welcome here. Anyone that has my highest good and their highest intention is always welcome, and he's one of them. So anyway, I thought that this was a fun little experience that I've been having today and last week, and I do hope that it continues, of course. But anyway, so before I actually get off of here, as of this video, it is May 2026. I do have an online course that is 30% off. So do go to that link that's going to be in the description box and get in on that. So it is designed to help you if you're looking to really understand self-mastery, take full control over your life, and really start going in the direction that you've desired to go in for however long it has been. But it is meant to teach you self-mastery. It is meant to teach you sovereignty. It is meant really to teach you about yourself. We like to call it going into the land of shadow or shadow work, whatever that may be. But I've put it in such a way that where that shadow realm doesn't really feel so scary. To be honest, it actually feels very doable. And yes, I have done this in person. I've done it online with others, like one-on-one sessions. And it's always been beautiful. There's never really been anything scary that comes up. Tough thing, sure, but never scary. And I put this course in such a way to make it a lot easier for those who are looking to go through that process. because it brings so much wisdom. It brings so many lessons. It brings so much experience. And it is definitely worth the trip to go through. So if you're looking to do something like that, go to the link in the description below and go ahead and sign up. And of course, I will always be around if you have any questions while going through that course. I'll be here to answer. But until next time, guys, I will see you soon. Bye.